Hello again, I am Mark with Herdsman Foods. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me today. I am going to do another one on my little journey. I always find that sometimes I find it pretentious or just uncomfortable when people talk about the journey that they're on, and I'm on this journey, and it's existential in some ways. Now, I'm 58 years old, and I'm to the point where I realized I'm not invincible and immortal. So I got to start. I should have years ago, but I've really got to start paying attention to certain things. And one of the things that I've talked about already on this channel, the fermented foods. Today I want to talk about one in particular, and that is kimchi. Now, kimchi is a Korean salad, I would call it, honestly. If you're American, you'd call it a salad. It looks like this, and this is bok choy, and it's seasoned, very spicy. Now, when I say very spicy, I don't mean burn your mouth hot spicy. I just mean there are a lot of spices in it. Some people would find this too spicy. Some people would go, no, I can't do this. This is way too spicy. I don't find that. I find it to be a really interesting spice, though. And today I'm looking at this particular brand, and there are several brands you can get. This is Lucky, Seoul Kimchi. And Seoul meaning Seoul, Seoul, Korea, not Seoul as in soul food, or something like that. I want to see if there is a particular ingredient. If they mention what pepper it is: garlic, sea salt, ginger, cane sugar, chili pepper, and it's a standard chili pepper, I suppose. And an oriental spice chili pepper, which, when I think of those red ones that are about yay big, and they get very dark as they mature, very spicy. But this is not one in particular that I think is too hot. This particular brand, Lucky Foods, I don't think is particularly too hot. Now, as far as kimchi goes, it's a fermented food. It's good for gut health, and that's the thing that I had talked about with my own fermented foods that I'm making here myself. This one is one that is easy. You go to the store, you buy some kimchi, you have a little bit of it, and you don't have to have a ton of it to get the benefits of the gut health. So I'm going to just give this a try. And this is one I've had. The thing about kimchi, number one, there is a spice to it, but it's not a lingering spice. It's not a spice like a Carolina Reaper, as you've seen on this channel before, that's going to dwell and last and be painful. Okay, so the heat that I have on this is now gone. It's a pleasant warmth now, but it can be very, very spicy on the hit. On the finish, it's just warmth. The one thing I really like about kimchi in particular is it's crunchy. It's always crunchy, okay? You can leave it in your fridge for a month, and it doesn't lose the crunch. Now, you can see there's some dark stuff here, and those are the leaves of the bok choy, and then the stems are the lighter colors. But there is always a crunch to it, and I love that about kimchi. Now, some people eat kimchi as a staple of their diet. I use it as more of a supplement to my diet. And I'm actually meeting with a nutritionist tomorrow to start on a very specific plan, an eating plan, and not a diet. I want to make sure you guys understand that it's not a diet. My days of dieting are over. I have to figure out how to eat well, and not be sitting here counting calories as much as I am worrying about what's going into my body. That's one of the reasons I started working out in January is it's not about looking right. It's not about looking good, getting bulked up or anything like that. It's about feeling better. And that's the thing that I noticed with working out. At my age, I'm not going to have a ton of physical change where I'm going to look very different. But I can tell you this, I don't ache all the time. I don't hurt when I walk down the hall at school. I don't come home and lay in my bed and just groan because my ankles hurt so much and things like that. Just working out, 3 hours a week has really made that kind of change for me. Now, I took a little break here in May with graduation and things like that to not work out as much, but I am getting back onto that as well. Back to kimchi. Kimchi is something that I did not discover until very recently. I'm a huge fan of most Oriental types of food. I love Vietnamese. I like good Chinese. I love Japanese. Vietnamese has got to be my favorite, but Korean I've not done a ton with, and so this was really my first delve into Korean food, and it was mainly because it does the gut good, and I wanted to do it. So this is something that I don't eat regularly. I have it in my fridge. You can see I've had this for about a month. I supplement my diet with it. I put it in my diet. As far as, review, and this is something I still want to do with this channel. I still want to review this food. This is good to me. This is not my favorite food in the whole world, but as far as something that's good for you, and to use as a tool in your toolbox of working on eating right. I love this. I love this. Number one, it's spicy. It's crunchy. It does a lot of things that make it really easy to eat. And I do like the spice. I have to admit that. Anyway, let me know what you think on this. I would love to hear some feedback about, what you think about, what your plan is. What are you doing to, incorporate better eating habits into your life and things like that. Love to know some ideas on some future, videos to do. I am going to be doing one, I know, coming up probably in a couple of days. I'm a little late this week because of the holiday, but I've got one planned that another fast food one, but very exciting fast food one in my opinion, if you get excited about things like that, which I do. So that's coming up. But I'd love to hear what you have to say. Let me know what your comments are. Comment down below. Make sure you're subscribing and sharing this on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and wherever. I would love to open this up to more people. But thank you so much for watching. And just remember, I am always thinking of you guys, and I always look forward to this time that we can share some time together. Take care now. Bye-bye.